A one-of-a-kind construction project is in full swing on the San Francisco waterfront. Tonight, the Exploratorium is creating a new hands-on science museum. It's being built for the future, but construction crews must first shore up the past. Tonight, only on 7, what it takes to prepare a historic pier for a new life.
Tom Estrom starts work a little differently from most construction workers. Tom is working on, or rather under, Pier 15 in San Francisco. 2 years from now, the pier will be the new home of the Exploratorium, a state-of-the-art museum full of green features and innovative science exhibits. But first, the old pier, built in 1915, is getting a retrofit to withstand an earthquake up to 8.2. David Mick with Power Engineering took an ABC7 News crew on a tour below deck.
The boat we're riding in was actually custom built for this project.
This is a massive undertaking. Work on the deck and pilings alone will cost $50 million. It's low tide now, so the crew is scrambling to do as much as possible before the water rises.
Probably the one thing that impacts us most is the waves out here. Hang on, we're going to bounce! Hang on! That's the swells. So there's probably a ferry boat that came by.
There's a cave-like feeling under here, with more than 100 workers climbing around the site. They are stationed in teams, some on top of the deck, some underneath. Many have been partners for years.
You need somebody you can trust and depend on because they might need to save your life.
Right now they are reinforcing old pilings. First, they're wrapped in rebar, then covered with a fiberglass shell. Finally, concrete is pumped in through a port which is closed off when the job is done. Divers make all of that happen underwater in very murky conditions.
A lot of times you can't even see your hand in front of your face, so just turn your light off, close your eyes, and kind of go to work, feel around.
The dive helmets weigh 30 pounds, but underwater, of course, they feel much lighter.
Your face is dry and warm, breathe normally.
These oxygen tanks for the divers provide them with air as they go down and work on the piers below. And these tubes provide not just oxygen, but also warm water to circulate through their wetsuits because it's cold down there.
The divers' helmets have microphones, so they are in constant communication with the supervisor.
The river buster's hot.
Meantime, high overhead, a giant crane is lowering new pilings. They're 6 feet wide and as long as 135 feet. On top of the pilings, there's a huge concrete block to support the pier deck.
Yeah, we'll sneak underneath that. You get an idea of the scale of the seismic bracing.
The public, however, will never see all of this. But divers say sometimes there is an audience.
Every once in a while you feel a little, a crab or a fish or something like that. And once in a while a sea lion will come by.
The new Exploratorium is scheduled to open in 2013.
Is that not amazing work they're doing? The Exploratorium is leasing 2 piers from the city, and part of the deal is that the museum pays for all the improvements. They're still working to raise the $300 million the entire project is going to cost. And don't forget, the original Exploratorium at the Palace of Fine Arts is still open during this process. We have a link at abc7news.com under See It on TV.